Welcome everybody to I'm going to go ahead and call it a new day for WWE, as it is the very first episode of the recap with your Jerk King for a WWE show that does not have Vincent K. McMahon. What the heck? Zane's starting off with the fuckery early. WTF. I don't know. What are you even referring to? But yes, we are with the Raw recap, and it is a new day. Yes, it is. Just to get this out here real quick, this is a day I never thought I would see. We got David in here enjoying an episode of Monday Night Raw. It's been a minute for him. I don't even know how long. Years and years and years probably. But I'm glad he enjoyed it. I'm glad he was finally able to watch wrestling on a Monday night and not hate himself. So good on you, man. Got Nick in the chat. What up, Nick? Thank you for joining me. Got some heads in here early. That's good. That's good. But we're gonna kick off the show. As I said, this is the very first Vincent K. McMahon-less Monday Night Raw in its history, and that's a monumental thing to me, in my opinion. That's a very big deal, and I gotta say, I enjoyed the show tonight. I think it still had a little bit of the Vincent feel to it. But I think the flow of tonight's show went far better than it has in quite a bit. There's been a few here and there that kind of did a good job, but I think tonight's flow was really, really good. I didn't see a lot. No, not with SummerSlam a week away. I don't. If anybody was expecting there to be a change in booking a week before SummerSlam, they need to get the head checked. There's no way that was going to happen. Got looking good tonight, babe. Yes, you are, babe. Always and always. So thank you very much for that, though. So yeah, let's just get into the show. They run the intro for the show. Cut the intro, and we got Miz and Logan Paul brawling to start the show off. I gotta say, compared to what we've seen from these two in this feud so far, I like this a lot more. Less talking, let them brawl, get it done, get it over with. I like it. It was quick. Apparently, Logan Paul came out before the show started and started running his mouth. Miz came out. They fought, and that was it. They separated them. Not a bad way. It shows a little bit of chaos going on. Trips is 3. It'll take time. Absolutely, it's going to take time. But again, I think the overall thing from tonight was the flow. I think everything kind of went well together. It was a Madison Square Garden show. They did have a lot of people at their disposal to really kind of put on a fantastic show. So I'm going to wait until not next week either, because it's the post SummerSlam. 2 weeks from now, if we get a show that felt as good as this for a show as good as this 2 weeks from now, I think you can see the direction it's going. We shall see. I'm not jumping the gun on it yet. I'm super excited Triple H is in charge. I've been wanting it for a long time, and it's happened. So I have no doubt it's going to be great, but we shall see. We got booking is going to go straightforward. And so exactly, I think it's going to go pretty straightforward through Clash of the Castle, in my opinion. That's what I think. But I do think we'll start to see little things after SummerSlam. Nothing major, just little things. Miz and Logan started the show with a genuine excitement. Exactly. Yeah. You turn it on, you're like, yo, what the heck? Just why is this going on? What happened? What's going? I like that. I don't like the every week traditional, just same old. This is new. I liked it. It's very good. And we will get to this. Our first hour had a main star, the main star, if I do say so myself, but we'll get into that. And then the Logan and Miz segment reminding me of the Leds of WrestleMania 30. I can't remember who won that one, Zane, so you'll have to refresh my memory. Please and thank you. So after the Miz brawl, they broke up. You get the bloodline coming out. You get your long intro for Roman taking his sweet old time coming out to the ring. He comes out. He basically acknowledged me, hands the mic off to Paul. Paul puts over Brock once again, runs down all the accomplishments Brock's had, big time things. And then out comes the man of the hour, Mr. Theory. He comes out, he runs the same shtick, SummerSlam, I'm going to cash in, I'm going to win my United States title, and I'm going to be leaving SummerSlam with everything. And then Roman finally grabs the mic and addresses him. Big deal here. He says, go ahead and get in the ring. We like this man, right, Paul? We like this man. Go ahead and get in the ring. And Austin Theory, being the fool that he is, decides to get in the ring with Roman and the Usos reluctantly, but he did do it. From there, Roman proceeded to just murder this man on the microphone. He said, what was the line? I can't remember the line word for word, but it basically came down to, hey, your daddy's not here anymore. What else did he say? Sorry, I'm trying here, guys. I'm sorry. The one line that I think is the most interesting, and it goes with the theory that I've been pushing for weeks now, and people are starting to kind of fall in line with it and maybe starting to kind of believe me a little bit. He needs a wise man of his own. He needs some counsel, Paul. Paul Heyman's leaving with Austin Theory at SummerSlam. I'm guaranteeing it at this point. I just don't see how it doesn't happen. There's been too many hints there. Too many hints, as Zane says. Heyman defo siding with Theory. Absolutely, man. If it doesn't happen, I'm shocked. I'm way more shocked if it doesn't happen than if it does happen. 100%. David, he got to get this in. The most overprotected, or where is that? The most overprotected paper champion in the history of the sport was put in his spot by Theory's dad. The irony, yes, it is irony there but in kayfabe, Theory is Vince's guy. Now Vince is gone. What was going to happen? When the Triple H news broke, I thought it was hilarious seeing everybody talk about, well, now Theory's done for. The booking for Theory is going to go down the drain. Well, I got news for you. You're wrong. And I'm about to go ahead and go on a tangent for the first hour of Raw, explaining to you why you're wrong, because Theory was the man of the hour. Daddy's not here anymore. Yeah, it was a good line. The crowd was hot. A lot of people were like, yo, the feel's already much better here. I think that had a lot more to do with the crowd than it did the booking, because, again, I think the booking was similar to Vince McMahon booking. But the crowd was really, really hot tonight. Thank you, Madison Square Garden, for doing that. You make the show better. Roman's line, your daddy's not here anymore, resonated with me a lot, especially due to the fact that I lost my dad 8 years ago. Still haven't found him. I thought he was in the UK. He's on the podcast every Sunday. I thought that was the thing. But anyway, from there, they go to leave Theory, and they walk past Theory. One of the Usos smacks Theory in the back of the head, so he takes the briefcase and smacks him over the back of the head. Roman calms them down and says, let's go. They leave. That's the segment. They didn't engage with Theory other than just run him down on the microphone. Very good stuff. Very nice way to follow up the Miz Logan Paul short segment. But that's the beginning of Raw. Really good. And again, the crowd really helped sell it because they were hot tonight. Go to commercial, come back, and Theory is still in the ring. And they announce him as the youngest Money in the Bank winner of all time. Yada, yada, yada. Theory's, that's the introduction I deserve. That's who I am. And then he's cut off by Drew McIntyre. And this is what I meant earlier when I say you had the whole roster at your disposal here for the show. So it's kind of easy to put on a good show like this when you can literally pick and pull from each show and make this show happen. But again, the flow is great. I'm not taking away from that. So you have a Drew versus Theory match. Good match here. It went 2 segments. It got the dreaded disqualification, though, because more SmackDown talent showed up. Sheamus and his boys, Butch and Ridge. They attacked Drew. Bobby Lashley comes to make the save. Commercial break. I think we all know what's coming after that. Tag team match. We got Theory as teaming up with Sheamus, taking on Bobby and Drew. This match went through 2 segments as well. So this was like 45, 50 minutes of the first involved Theory. And Theory got some working on this match, on the Drew match as well. It was just a great night for Theory. Everyone's like, Drew, Theory was getting his tonight. That's just a sign of things to come. You're right. It is a sign of things to come. He's about to be all over the show. don't get used to him getting beat down and losing and all that stuff, because this is not going to be for long. I promise you, it's not going to be for long. You're missing it, because with the Money in the Bank briefcase, it's your days are always darkest before the dawn. They're going to run this man down before he cashes in, and that's how they do business. Theory will still be pushed, but I think they take their time to do it right. I think you can. I think if the Heyman thing is a real deal, that's a way to do it and put the title on him and it work. Only one title though, not both. It has to be one title. I want the title separated from Roman. That's not me being a Roman hater or anything like that. The Raw show is lacking, and SmackDown lacks as well, because Roman's not even there every week. But you got to have one of those titles off of Roman at this point. You have to. Dolph will get Theory to the next rung on the ladder of his progression. I think Theory would be a great. Ziggler would be a great first opponent for Theory with the world title. That's me though. We'll see what happens. Either way, it's going to be a great feud. Those dudes are going to put on banger matches. The selling is going to be off the wall. It's going to be fantastic. You got some of the commercial cuts felt a bit weird. I'll be honest. I think the flow of the show and the excitement made the show go faster. So I think the commercials kind of felt like, oh, there's more. But I think it was just because things were just moving faster and you were like more focused and more attentive. And you're like, yo, commercial, come on. Commercial, come on. And the matches were given plenty of time tonight. This is not a usual thing for Monday Night Raw. Usually one or two matches get commercial breaks. Tonight, I think every single match got a commercial break, with the exception of one, but it didn't need one. So, and some of them got two commercial breaks. So matches had got some length tonight, and that's not a bad thing at all. Theory will be a top guy within 8 months. I give it 4. I really do. I think with the way things I think are heading, I think he'll be there in way less time than that. Drew with an edge to him as a top tier guy, and absolutely. Theory shared the ring with literally all the top guys at this point. He just hasn't wrestled Roman. That's the only one he hasn't wrestled, I think, to this point. So it's there. It's there. I'm more convinced with Theory that Theory will win the belts at SummerSlam because he's feuding with too many guys right now. Seems all like future. Exactly. But don't do both. Do not do both. No 3-minute marathons. I think that's what Dave really appreciated about tonight's show the most. So during this match, it's now a tag team match. Theory was about to hit his move on Bobby Lashley, but then Dolph Ziggler showed up once again on the outside. He's playing with Theory's phone. That's a no-no. Theory's like, what the heck? Lashley locked in the Lashley lock, and Theory tapped out immediately. He's not risking anything for this weekend. So he tapped out immediately. Lashley and McIntyre, your winners. Funny how things go. A year ago, Lashley and Drew wanted to kill each other, and now they're teaming up on Monday Night Raw. Kind of crazy. But again, nice match. I enjoyed every bit of it. After this, we get a beautiful video package of Rey Mysterio Jr. over the past 20 years. I'm not sure what the song was. It was a remix of a Metallica song. It was fantastic. Everything about the video. I teared up a little bit. Rey was a big guy for me growing up. He was one of my first actual favorite baby faces outside of the New World Order thing and Razor. But so it was nice to see this with Rey. And again, I got a little emotional. It was nice to see the whole package. You get to see the journey of him through WWE. I wish there would have been a little bit more WCW stuff in there because he had some amazing things in there, but I get it. And then to kick off the top of the hour, you get Rey and Dom coming out. Rey gives himself a nice speech. He talks about all his top feuds over the years. And then he hits up Eddie. I love you, miss you every day. Nice, heartfelt. Yes, it was very, very nice, heartfelt message from him. And then the greatest mass wrestler ever. Yeah, without a shadow of it, I don't think anybody can question it. It's not even close, in my opinion. There's been some good ones, but nobody's going to top Rey. And then after his speech is over, you get Finn Balor coming through the crowd, and then you get Priest coming through the other side of the crowd. They circle the ring. They're giving a little pity clap. Good stuff. Commercial break, come back. They have a tag team match. This is probably the only match tonight I'm not cool with, not because the match itself wasn't good, but because we're just going to go ahead and do it again on SummerSlam and no DQ. We'll get to why it's a no DQ, but it just seems silly to do the tag team match tonight and then do it again SummerSlam less than a week later. That's kind of silly. El Generico, it's funny you say El Generico because I was going to say maybe not better than El Generico, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to Rey on his night. That's just not going to happen. Rey deserves his flowers. On any other day, I'd give the nod to El Generico. So we get the tag match. Again, nothing wrong with the tag match. There was some very vicious spots here. Finn, he just the moves he's hitting now are just so they're violent. Like, he is playing the heel to perfection. It's just they're not booking it better. Hopefully that changes here, but he is so vicious as this heel, as the leader of Judgment Day, which is not even Judgment Day. It's just him and Priest at this point, but not his fault. He's playing it great. I really hope the booking gets better because he can be a top guy for them, and we know Triple H loves him, so that's a good sign right there. Tall looked hot AF in that suit. I do what you do, I guess, my man. Rey Mysterio with the biggest shout out of the year. Bautista was on the show twice tonight. I can feel the change in the booking already. They're setting it up for Royal Rumble this year. Bautista is your 3-time winner this year. That nothing will make Zayn happier than to see that happen, unless Eddie Kingston won it. But so it looked like the Judgment Day was about to win. They didn't get this. This is one of the signs that it's not a Vince McMahon booking thing, because Ray would have lost if Vince booked this show. Triple H not doing that. Ray gets the win, hit the frog splash, the double 619 with his son. They left. A lot of people were expecting the heel turn, myself included. They didn't do it. Kudos to you. You threw me for a loop because I really thought it was happening, and it just didn't. So good on you for that. Probably saving for SummerSlam, though. We'll wait and see. I'm going to stop predicting it at this point because it's been going on for so damn long. After that, they go to the back. The Mysterios are celebrating with their family. They got a cake. Everyone's cheering and celebrating. Woo, it's a good time, clapping, dancing. I think Ray starts taking a shot. And then, lo and behold, the return of Rhea Ripley is standing there, and she's wearing an I'm Yo Poppy Eddie Guerrero shirt. She snatches Dom by the hair and drags him out of the room. Just straight manhandles Dom. I laughed. I saw a few other people laughing because it was hilarious. Ray chases after him. It's clearly a trap, though. Finn and Damian just beat down on Ray, and they powerbomb him through a table, walk off laughing. Rhea's back. Thank goodness. Now Judgment Day can get back to business. After that, we go to Bianca. She comes out. She grabs the mic. Before she even say a word, Becky's music hits, and she comes out. Bianca starts running down. I'm the roughest. I'm the toughest. I'm the smartest. I'm all this stuff. Becky just gets in, and they go straight at it. I love this segment. I love it to death. And I'll tell you why. Not getting a Becky promo always kind of sucks. But at this point, they have nothing else to say to each other. It's I'm swinging on you on sight, and that's what happened tonight. I love it. The intensity's there. Can they top their match at Mania? I don't think so. Maybe, though. We'll see. All I know is I'm not tired of this feud because they sell it. They are great. They are perfect for each other. They are perfect foes for each other. And I say that a lot about Becky's foes because she has so many that she has great chemistry with. I think that's a sign of how just amazing and great she is. But they have such a good chemistry. And the little sloppiness to it just adds to it because it just looks like, they're not trying to be clean. They're trying to hurt each other, trying to beat each other up. It was good. It wasn't too long either. Some of these get dragged out. Not this one. It lasted the perfect amount. They got separated. That was the segment. Loved Rhea dragging Dom's ass in front of his entire family while Ray marvels at his Halloween Havoc gear. Yes, it was the Halloween Havoc gear. I forgot to mention that. Awesome. The best Ray gear of all time. It was a gift to him. He's like, where'd you find it? And then that's when Rhea showed up and just dragged Ray out. I saw someone say Buddy Murphy booked that because of the whole Aaliyah nonsense that he had to go through. And now Rhea's his girl. That was pretty funny. But yeah, Rhea just straight up dragged Dom out. It was hilarious. It's a nice dust up with Becky. Yes, it was. She treated Dom like a little bitch. That's not very hard. I think everyone can pretty much do that on there. The sloppy, yes, absolutely. And with this feud, it makes sense because it's a full year coming full circle now. I wasn't that hyped for it a week ago. I even said so. I was like, I'm a little disappointed we're getting it. I understood it because of the re-injury and things happen. But now, after tonight's segment, as small, short, and effective as it was, it sold me completely. And I'm back on the hook, and I cannot wait to watch it. They could steal the show. I won't say they did at Mania, but they came damn close because the match was so good. But they could steal the show this weekend. Bianca needs to beat Becky in 25 seconds. See, that was my theory last week. I was like, just beat her quicker. That'd be funny. But no, I want to see these girls have another just banger match like they did at Mania. Tripp should send Dom on 3-year world tour. So no, that's not going to happen. It doesn't work for everybody. Dom doesn't belong in the ring with any of those guys. He needs to go to NXT. Like, if they're going to help him at all, send him to NXT. That's my thing. After that, we go to Alexa interview backstage, and she basically lets it be known, like, hey, first she sells the Lily, says, hey, she's number one on the WWEshop.com. Make sure you go get one. So that's funny. But then she lets it be known. Becky, Bianca, I don't care who wins at SummerSlam. After SummerSlam, though, I'm claiming my spot at the top of the women's division yet again. And thank you. Thank you. Alexa's been gone for far too long. She has a little bit of attitude to her with this promo, which means we're going to be getting the fierce little bitch Alexa, which everybody loves. And I think it's the perfect time to bring her back into that main event spot because it's been forever. And her match with Charlotte last year for her title shot, great. The chemistry she had with Bianca in the Elimination Chamber, amazing. And we already know her and Becky work together beautifully. So anyway it goes, it's going to be great. Very nice, very evil message from Alexa Housen. Yes, very, very nice, very evil. Bayley returning at SummerSlam, probably after SummerSlam. And I would say probably on SmackDown. I think Bayley and Liv will probably be your program moving forward if I had to take a guess. Because Bayley needs to come back now. Maybe she even confronts Liv after she beats Ronda at SummerSlam. We'll see. Segments are getting more to the point. Yes, no dragged out things tonight. Again, I think that's what helped the flow of the show. There was no just extra nonsense. I will say I didn't even notice it, and that's how good the show was tonight, and that's how invested I was. I didn't even realize that Kevin Owens wasn't on the show tonight. I'm a little bit sad now that I'm thinking about it, but then again, that's just how good the show was. If that tells you if anybody knows anything about me and my love for KO, the fact that I didn't even realize he was on the show should tell you everything about the show. That's just how good it was. After that, they go back to Judgment Day, and they're trying to go after Ray again because he's selling an injury, and they're checking on him, and they're just laughing and trying to go after him. It's like, yo, leave the little guy alone, man. This is and there was a Finn line at this point at the first attack on him. He's like, it's not your anniversary, it's my birthday. Funny as shit while he's stomping Ray. Don't know why. I just laughed so hard. But the Dom chases them off, but then here comes Rhea, and she just KOs Ray anyway, and she just walks off laughing. So it was a good that Ray got his win, but they beat the shit out of him afterwards, and that's funny. 3 hours is still too long, though. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's never going to stop being 3 hours. People just need to get over it. It's never not going to be 3 hours. There's too much money involved. I think if we can get shows like tonight on a regular basis, I don't think it's going to matter. That's just me, though. The show is pretty tight from top to bottom. Yes, and another thing, and I know a lot of people are happy about this. I'm not one of those people because I find enjoyment out of every once in a while. But there's no 24 segments tonight, 24/7 segment tonight either, which I know a lot of people are happy about. I didn't even notice it. So again, I don't think I realized how good this show was until right now. I'm realizing that this stuff just didn't happen. Kevin Owens was hanging out with the bought Easter bag. What? Is this real or you just run it? I want to know if you're being serious at this point because I didn't see him and I was watching. I got up a few times to get food, but if Kevin Owens was on the show and I missed it, please tell me the truth. Don't fuck with me, Zay. So yeah, after the Judgment Day thing, we go to Alexa versus Doudrop. Alexa wins. Nikki ASH tries to get involved a few times, doesn't work. They've built up Alexa since she returned. Great. It's been great. I think she's won all of her matches. I can't put that in a second. But Alexa, she's been booked strongly. So for her to get a title shot now makes perfect sense. It's not just, she's next up, even though she's lost half. There's no 50-50 booking with Alexa here. She's won all her stuff. So it makes sense for her to come up next. And again, she beat Doudrop here. Hopefully she moves away from that. And yeah, she will because she's already called out Becky or Bianca. It'll be Bianca, though. David said, I never screamed once. Get to the effing point. USA wants a 3-hour show, so we get a 3-hour show. P.S. Shut up, Zane. Yeah, and the advertisement money. That's what it's all about. Dollars and cents. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So this show is making them dollars. So you're going to continue to get 3 hours. He wasn't on the show, but he was backstage with the Bought Easter. Alexa to be the one to beat Bianca. We shall see the crowd reaction to it. I've seen a lot of people. The Triple H news sent shockwaves on Twitter, man. Everyone has these theories about what's going to happen now, who's going to do this, and who's in trouble. Bianca seems to be one of the people that everyone thinks is in trouble with Triple H's booking. Is like, why? He booked her pretty damn good in NXT. So I don't get that one at all. But I think the reaction from the crowd will depend on what happens with Alexa and Bianca. If the fans turn on Bianca in favor of Alexa, which I think could happen here, I think Alexa could be the one that dethrones Bianca. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll focus on that when the time comes. After Alexa wins, we go backstage. AJ Styles is talking to Logan Paul, and then Dolph Ziggler shows up, and then the Alpha Academy shows up, and it basically just sets up a match that they're going to have later on in the night. After that, Logan Paul comes out for his show. He says, oh, but my show is better than Miz's because people are going to watch it. Crowd was pretty dead for Logan Paul. I'm not going to lie. Maurice came out, got a bigger reaction than Logan Paul. Not surprised. She basically is like, my son, Miz ain't her son. My husband has big, the tiny balls thing. They've ran this one into the ground at this point. Then Miz comes out, and then Maurice slaps Logan Paul. Then Ciampa attacks Logan Paul. He starts fighting back. Then Miz attacks him 2-on-1. They leave Logan Paul in the ring. A lot of happy fans there, and they leave. Really surprised it didn't get turned into a tag team match at SummerSlam. But I guess I can't be too mad about it. AJ being involved with Logan Paul, I don't think I like that. And tonight, it was crowd reaction, not canned reaction. Yes, it was. And I don't think the canned reaction is as often as people said it was, but they definitely did it at times. Logan Paul is not a face, square peg, round hole. Absolutely. I was a big, I don't want to say a fan. I was a big supporter of the Logan Paul thing at first. But if things don't get better, I think they need to can this project after SummerSlam. I need to see something more. Logan Paul just doesn't, he's not coming across as that guy that people hate on the YouTube shows. And maybe that's because they're trying to make him a face. I don't know. I don't know. It's not working for me. And again, I was a supporter of it. I don't like balls. They remind me of Nick. But you were just talking about Dolph Ziggler looking all sexy AF and stuff. So I don't know. You're sending mixed signals here, Zane. Logan is pretty decent on the mic, to be honest. Oh, he's a talker, but it's not genuine. You can tell it's not genuine when he's talking because he's a natural just shithead. They gave him, the crowd chanting one more time for Miz to face plant Logan. I called last week if Ciampa's involved. Let's see. Doesn't matter what Miz does, Logan will never get cheered. See, Logan Paul was getting cheered last week, which I was like, man, that's just how good Miz is. But it didn't happen this week. That crowd Madison Square Garden was too hot, and they were like, no, you aren't telling us what to do. We're going to cheer what we want to cheer, and that's what happened here. So, let's see what happens with Logan Paul moving forward. But again, they have to fix something because it's not going to work if they continue to go down the road they're going right now. Falls are huge, eh? After that, the Street Profits are backstage, and the Usos join, and then Jeff Jarrett joins, and then Jeff Jarrett basically says, no funny business tonight, or I'm going to remember it come Sunday, and he walks off, and then the Usos Street Profits start getting a little feisty with each other, start patting each other, smacking each other on the chest and stuff. Jeff Jarrett comes back, and then they all act like, oh, we ain't even doing nothing, man. We're being cool. We're trying to be copacetic and everything. And then he gives him the side eye, walks off. That's a segment. Very quick. Was there a point to it? No. I guess maybe to remind you that Jeff Jarrett's the guest referee this Saturday, not Sunday, Saturday at the premium live event, not a pay-per-view. And to let you know, hey, Jeff Jarrett ain't your typical referee. He's a guy who's been around the business. He can handle his own, so don't cross him. Other than that, there was no real thing, but it worked. It was short. It didn't take too long, and it's just a reminder of anything. So I like the segment for what it was. After that, we get AJ and Dolph taking on the Alpha Academy. AJ and Dolph win. AJ and Dolph had some pretty good chemistry for dudes that I don't think have ever tagged together in the past. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure. I'm very confident they haven't. But if I'm wrong, you can correct me. I'll listen. Let's see. Only a heel like Bought Easter. What is this Bought Easter you talking about, bro? Am I dumb? Am I dumb to a fact here? You fill me in. I don't even know what you're talking about here. Jeff should have did the woo when he left. Question for people in the chat: do you think Rick shows up at SummerSlam and gets involved with Jarrett? Just for shits and giggles, let's see what you got to say, because they put the woo back in, so maybe they're on good terms with the Rick again. I don't know. We shall see. But quick, question for the chat. Answer in the chat if you don't mind. Odds on JJ smashes guitar for someone at SummerSlam. If he doesn't smash over someone in the match, I will gladly volunteer. I will make my way through the crowd. I will jump the barricade. And yes, he can smash me over the head with the guitar. Please and thank you. David says, no, Rick will not. Nick says, no. Damn, man, why are you hating on that? Help sell Rick some tickets, man. Help get some eyes on the match. Why not? Why not, man? I don't think it would be that crazy. So after that, it's time for the main event. And they did the bloodline entrance first. That way we didn't have to see it again. So good on that. That's a very small detail, but thank you very much for that. They ran through the commercial, come back. We saw the end of it, finger point in the air. And then out comes the Street Profits, out comes Riddle. We're getting ourselves a 3-on-3 event. WWE does 3-on-3 matches better than anybody. I don't care what anybody says. They can, I don't know, shut the mouth, get out my chat if you think otherwise, because WWE's 3-on-3 matches are always just my first chef's kiss of the night, which is a surprise because it was a good show. In this match, you saw, let's see, the card looks half decent. Yeah, I'm excited to see a few people that I've never seen before, and to see some talents that I've never got to watch live that I want to, especially Double J, JEFF, JARRE, lifelong fan of Jeff, and I finally get to see it. That'll be cool. Just to clue you in, don't need to bring this chat up on the screen, but bought Easter is another way of saying it. I'm bringing it up on the thing anyway, just to make myself look like a fool. I can't believe I didn't catch that. You got me, Zane. Good on you. You got me. You got me good on that one. Morbid Curiosity is going to sell all of the tickets. Or the card underneath, because again, like David said, it's a good card. I think you even said so. There's a nice undercard to this. So we'll see. Usos, Roman, Bucks, Kenny, Forbidden Door 3. Don't hold your breath, bro. That's never going to happen for the fact that neither side's going to let their team lose. And then AEW don't do the count out, the double count outs or DQs, and WWE. That's not happening. But anyway, in this match, Montez got busted open. I saw a lot of people like, blood. Like, relax. It was an accident. It wasn't a blade job. It wasn't intentional. It was clearly an accident. But it helped, I guess, to sell Montez as a guy who is like really fighting for what, I don't want to say what he believes in, but he's really trying to fight back as the ultimate babyface here. So it helped tell that story. When he hit the blockbuster on Roman and get the hot tag to Riddle, awesome stuff. I think it's really cool that when Riddle and Randy were tagging, Randy had the greatest hot tag in all of wrestling. It was just phenomenal. It was very basic, but man, that crowd was hot. Now Riddle gets to be the hot tag in these little 6-man matches whenever he teams up with people, and he is doing the exact same thing Randy was doing with his own little touch to it. He adds some Randy to it, but he has a phenomenal hot tag. The crowd goes crazy for it. It's exciting. It's awesome. Just one more thing he got from Randy that it was just kind of organic the way it came about, and it's awesome. My only gripe with this match is the ending, because it's damn near identical to the ending of the Riddle-Roman fight. And it's like, why? Why can't you give Riddle I think at this point, if Riddle loses to Seth at SummerSlam, all his momentum is gone. And I think that's I watch myself. I'm trying to watch myself. A shame. A damn shame, man. Because he was so hot. And then he lost to Roman, and then they kind of like went flat with it. Then he lost to Omos. It went even flatter. And now, second best hot tag in the biz. Must be talking about the first being Johnny Hungy. Montez could work well as a chicken. Let's get out of here, man. I'm not even putting your comments up anymore. Riddle should win the Universal Belt at Mania. We'll see. We'll see. But another thing that Montez did really well here, and because of the beatdown he took and the busted open blood that he had all over his face, when he came in to stop the pin, I believe it was on Riddle, he had nothing left in him. And then he got up and still, with nothing left in him, he's like, I don't care. And he's sitting there beating down Roman. And I don't know if he wasn't even fatigued because 5 minutes later he's jumping over the rope. He was selling the fatigue. It was so damn good. Montez does a lot of the little things perfectly, and he's going to be a big star. You just see it week after week after week. You just notice more and more things about him. He's saying it right here. Dax has the best hot tag in the biz. Not even gonna say the last part. I'll give you Dax. I love Dax, so I get more hype when I see Riddle get the hot tag than I do Dax. I don't know what it is. I just get more hype. Maybe it's the WWE fan. I don't know, but whatever. Again, the ending of the match, Riddle goes for the RKO. Roman picks him up, throws him, then spears him. 1, 2, 3. Not the way I'd end this match at all. Like, I get one titles off Roman, man. That I think that's why I'm so mad and want the belts off Roman so much, is because of shit like this. It shouldn't happen like this. It's like copy and paste at this point. And you can hate on me all you want for me hating on your precious Roman Reigns, but you got blinders on if you're not seeing what I'm talking about. It's copy and paste, and at this point, it's getting ridiculous. Let Riddle pin an Uso, man. You don't have to beat Roman. Roman don't have to win all the matches he's a part of. I mean, it doesn't have to happen, man. The MVP of WWE close out the show, Seth Rollins. Yes, because then as Roman and the Usos are leaving, Madison Square Garden singing along. It's beautiful. He comes out. He crosses with Roman. They catch eyes real quick. More of that Royal Rumble stuff we never got the end of. It's a damn shame Rollins ain't going to be the one to throw them, just for the simple fact that thing right there is still there. He shouldn't, but I know I just said a damn shame. But they teasing it, and it's like, what for? You're not going to do anything with it. So it's weird. There's a big Roman-shaped problem in WWE. Yeah, there's a big Roman-shaped problem in WWE, and that shape is Roman Reigns. Tonight bothered me. I don't know why. Seth says, bye to Roman. I found interesting. Yeah. Hi, Roman. So he comes out. He attacks Riddle. Obviously, Riddle is selling the Roman thing, which he shouldn't, because he literally took 2 moves for Roman, which is another just gripe, because, man, Riddle usually takes an ass whooping, and he took a Superman punch and a spear, and that was it. So Seth comes out, attacks him, hits him with the steps, stomps him on the outside. Then he takes the steps there at an angle, so he puts Seth's face in the little triangle part that goes into the ring apron, and then he stomps him into that too. It was cool. Haven't seen it before, and if it's happened, I missed it. But I've never seen it before. It was very cool, very vicious of Seth. And then he's he's laughing. He's sounding great. Good way to end the show. I saw. It was kind of weird not seeing Seth and Riddle more involved with the show, but again, they had people from SmackDown involved, so it's a lot easier not to just overkill certain characters. Overall, the show really good, and as I pointed out at the very beginning, if David is telling you he enjoyed the show, it was a good show. What are your thoughts on? I'll touch on this very briefly, but then I'm gonna end the show. What are your thoughts on the Fiend possibly returning? They already reportedly repackaged his brother Bo Dallas. No, they did not repackage him as the Bautista. No, I know what you're doing there. I'm not talking about the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, or anything until I see him, because he's just going to keep dangling the little carrot in front of our faces and never do anything with it. And if he does that, I'm going to think it's hilarious. But until I see him, I'm not talking about it, anything. Vicious like the Viking Raiders attack on Matt. Yes. So that was the show. Again, it was a great show. The flow was just, I can't stress this enough. The flow was damn near perfect. Not a bad spot on the show. The worst part of the show was probably the Alexa Doudrop match. I just don't think they have chemistry. But it wasn't terrible by no means. And they got more time than they usually would have. Not a lot more, but more time. And I liked that before the match, Alexa let it be known, like, hey, I got my eyes on the prize and I'm coming for it. And so she was going out there to handle her business. So Really good show. I couldn't even tell you what to skip because if you are a WWE fan, if you used to be a WWE fan and you tuned in tonight, I have a very strong feeling you enjoyed this show. I didn't see much hate going on tonight. Now, I think a lot of that is a little bit of the Vince is gone happiness because there wasn't much difference between a Vince show and tonight's show, other than, like I said, the flow. I keep talking about the flow, but again, it's such a huge deal for tonight's show. It was just so good. So again, I'll make my final verdict on not my final verdict, but I'll make a better verdict towards the understanding of the show in 2 weeks' time. Post SummerSlam is going to be another good show because it's a post SummerSlam show. Things are going to get started. It's the second week when you got to kind of keep things going after that excitement of SummerSlam that we're going to see what they got going on. Let Rendon win his character when he comes back. Maybe even we'll see. I'm not even sold he's coming back to WWE. I don't even know at this point. He is so good at what he does, literally every facet of it. The mystique of it, because we're literally talking about him, and he may never come back. That's how good he is at just doing all this stuff. So, very few what the fuck comments in Twitter land. Yeah, I didn't see that many. What's crazy is the most negative stuff I saw was about NXT, and people were still bitching about Black and Gold 2.0, which I might do an NXT recap show tonight just to go off on that nonsense because it really is getting on my effing nerves, man. All y'all people still talking about Black and Gold need to just chill. STFU, you know what it mean. Enjoy your 2.0. Ain't nobody crapping on you, man. Just enjoy what you enjoy. You don't need to bring up old nonsense just to justify what you like. I'm getting off topic, though, because, again, it really did make me mad seeing all the crap today. It was supposed to be a glorious, special day. The day a lot of people have been waiting for. Vince McMahon is not there. So, we'll see what NXT brings tomorrow. Yeah, like I said, if I have nothing going on tomorrow night, like literally nothing going on, I'll watch the show because that's what it takes for me to watch 2.0 at this point. I might do a recap show just to talk about how much this NXT 2.0 versus Black and Gold is stupid and nonsensical. But that's it. Raw. Back to Raw. It was a great show. If you didn't watch it, watch everything you can on it. Honest, I stand by that. I think the whole show was great. And I hope this is just a sign of things to come. There was 14.6 million reasons to tune in tonight, to be precise. But I'm not even going to get into that. That's as far as I'm concerned, that's done and gone in the rear view. I'm looking forward. Be at SummerSlam. I might not be able to do a Raw recap next week. Just a heads up. I will be at SummerSlam this weekend. I will be at Ric Flair's last match. I will be doing the whole shindig this weekend. I'm going to be a very, very busy man. I might be too tired. We shall see. But if I can, I will see you all next week. And if I see you before then, it'll be the Dynamite recap. Wrestle Buddy got you covered this week. Lots of content. SummerSlam predictions, weekly podcast as usual. Watch along for SummerSlam. Andy got his NXT UK recap back and popping, so make sure you tune into that. He will fill you in with the great deets of the UK show. NXT. See, I'm not even going to hate on 2.0. I'm not going to hate on it. It's not for me. I'm just saying that if you like it, there's no reason to hate on Black and Gold because it's gone. It's not even a threat to you anymore. So just that's my problem. They should do media scrums after pay-per-views. You never know. You never know. They might start picking some things from AEW and maybe I don't know if other companies do that, but they might start doing some of the things AEW does. Just that's what the business does. Just borrow from other people. But again, I'm going on a tangent. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm done. Stay tuned on Wrestle Buddy. We got a lot of stuff for you this week. And until Wednesday, Dynamite recap. I will see you then. So goodbye, everybody. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Good chat tonight to following a good show. So that's all awesome. So with that, I want to say goodbye. Sorry, finger slip. Good night, everybody.